Hello everybody, my name is Josh and I've been building and selling AI voice receptionists for a little over a year and a half now, and I wanted to come on here today to address the common mistakes people are making when trying to sell these AI receptionists and the best way for them to fix that. I want to show you guys exactly how to pitch this solution to companies, right? The opportunity is absolutely massive. We're already halfway through 2025 and I'm seeing the demand for these voice AI receptionists absolutely skyrocket. Currently worked with multiple companies to actually implement the solution, pitching it this way that I want to tell you today, not pitching it the way that these gurus are telling you. They're telling you that these AI voice receptionists are going to just transform the way businesses do business. It's going to come in and it's going to completely remove their reception desk. It's going to just solve every business problem you have. And that's just not the case. Okay? That's not the case. So let's get that out of your head. Here's how you're going to sell voice AI agents the right way. Okay? So first I want to start out with a practical example. Okay? This practical example was I called up a dentist yesterday and they didn't answer my phone call. Instantly, I'm unhappy. I instantly call up their competitor. Their competitor picks up. They pick up their phone. So I book an appointment with their competitor. You see, I was originally going to book an appointment with this other dentist because they're more of a premium dentist. I trust them a little more. I've been going there a long time and they're more expensive, right? But they didn't answer my phone call. So the first thing I thought was doing was going to their competitor because I didn't have time to sit around and wait all day. You see, my appointment was a checkup, and say that they found that I needed wisdom teeth to be removed. That's $2,000 to $4,000 that they just missed out on because they didn't answer the phone. However, this is where AI voice receptionists come in. Your job isn't to replace their front desk. It's not to take these people out of jobs and say that they're not needed, right? Their receptionist, they probably have one or two receptionists and they probably get a lot of calls a day. Okay. So they're on the phone. Now, where this comes in is the AI voice receptionist takes over. So if they're busy, the AI voice receptionist picks up and goes, "Hey, our staff are busy. I'm an AI voice receptionist. How can I help you?" Me being me, and I think a lot of people are like me, you're obviously going to have the people that say, "I don't want to talk to an AI," and I'll get to that later. I'll get to the mindset switch later, right? I just want to talk to somebody. I just want to get my appointment booked in. And I don't care how that appointment is booked, as long as it's booked. So if the AI picks up and it says, "Hey, I'm a voice AI receptionist. How can I help you?" I'm more than happy to say, "Okay, my name is Josh. My phone number is this, and this is what I want done." And the voice AI agent goes, "Great. We've got a slot on Thursday the 17th, and it books me in on Thursday the 17th. That's all that it needed to do, and they could have not missed out on $2,000 to $4,000. A lot of people I talk to say, "I don't want to implement this AI into my business because people want to talk to humans." But then you have to ask yourself the question, yes, most people want to talk to a human in an ideal world, but when it comes down to not talk to anyone, so completely miss the opportunity to get what you want, or to talk to an AI receptionist, I know a lot of people are going to choose to talk to the AI receptionist and at least give it a go. Because if it doesn't work and they can't get to the conclusion that they want through the AI, most people are able to get to that conclusion. But if you're unable to get to a conclusion, you're just in the same boat that you were originally, waiting for that person to call you back. So it's almost like a no-brainer. It's like, why don't you at least try? And I think a lot of businesses are coming to realize that, especially the businesses that I talk to. They're understanding that, yes, a lot of people in my industry aren't going to like the AI, but it's worth a try because a lot of people aren't going to mind and a lot of people aren't going to know the difference. And that's now. Imagine in 2 years' time. You see how far it's come in 2 years? Imagine another 2 years. You're not even going to be able to tell the difference, right? So I want to talk about the wrong pitch a little bit more, and I kind of covered it already, but what most people are doing is they are over-promising full replacement. So they're basically pitching to these companies that it's going to replace their entire admin team. They can fire them tomorrow. This AI is going to come in and it's going to solve every single problem for them. Now the problem is it won't. It'll do a hell of a good job, but it just won't fully replace that authenticity of a person. You see, and this is when you instantly lose trust because your promises don't match up. If you manage to convince someone that this is what's going to happen, once you implement it, they're soon going to realize that it's not doing the exact same thing that a human is doing. And that right there, once you lose trust, you might as well kiss your business goodbye, because trust is the most important thing in business. And if the person that's buying the solution off you doesn't trust you, your business is going to fail. A second pitch that I see is, yes, they're promising full replacement, but they're also pitching it to be this big, complex agent. They've got hundreds of nodes in N8N. They've used Make, or they've coded it themselves, or they've used these fancy software that's built this in-depth, complex agent. And that's all good and well. Maybe your agent is complex. Maybe you did build it out to be so stupidly complex where it doesn't need to be. That right there, businesses hate. They don't like that. They just want outcomes. They don't want to know the features. They don't want to know how you built it. They don't want to know where you're APIing into and you're pulling information from and you're scraping and they don't want to know that. They just want to know that if they don't pick up the phone, the voice AI agent is going to attempt to pick it up for them and do exactly what they would do. And that leads me to the right angle. This is the way that you should be selling it. Okay? You should not be selling it as a complete replacement like I identified here. You need to be selling it as a missed call safety net. That's the way that I'm doing it. So I say to these companies, look, I don't promise that it's going to replace your entire desk, and I don't promise that it's going to do it better. But what I do promise is if you don't pick up the phone, the AI will. And the AI will do exactly what you do to qualify a potential lead and then book the outcome that you want. Say you're a tradesman and you put up shade sales, and all you want from the lead is you need to go and you need to quote a job up. So you need to go meet with them and you need to get the measurements and you need to say, you're going to say A, B, C is going to cost D, E, F, right? That there in itself is extremely valuable to businesses, especially 1 or 2 employee businesses like electricians, like plumbers, like HVAC. You see, their day starts at 5 and it ends at 7 p.m. So in between that, they might have a 12 o'clock lunch break where they can take phones. If they're installing wires, they're not going to be responding to your phone call. So that's where the opportunity lies, in the ability to take a phone call for these guys if they miss it and attempt to qualify. And if you don't succeed in qualifying, if the AI agent doesn't succeed, if you tie it into a CRM correctly, it'll say in the CRM, oh, we didn't get the result we wanted. And that's where you as the tradie calls them back and says, hey guys, how are you? Let's talk. That there, it's just a second opportunity. It's just another opportunity. If you miss the opportunity to take the phone call, that's all it is. It's just another opportunity to qualify a lead. And who doesn't love more opportunity to make money? That's the way to do it. The other way I see people doing it is as a replacement. Okay? So in the replacement model, you promise people that they can reduce all their costs of a second staff member by paying you, let's say, $500 a month to implement this solution. And it'll take every single phone call and it will book everything onto the calendar for them and happy days. And while it can do this, it's not going to be the best way. It's not going to be the most efficient way to maximize revenue for a company. This way is much more promising because you tell your client that you're going to try to take the phone calls. And if you can't, we've got an AI to back you up and assist you. But if you want to do this method, you can, but I just don't see this method being the best method to use. Okay? So that leads me to outcome over tools. You see, businesses, they want outcomes. They don't want tools. They don't care. They don't care about your agent. They don't care how you built it. They don't care how you got it to speak. They don't care what software you used. They don't care. They don't care what API. They don't care. They don't even know what an API is. You see, they want the outcome. What they want is increased revenue. That's what they want. They don't care how they get it, as long as they get it. And the way that they're going to get it is by, if they miss a phone call, the AI agent is going to attempt to close it. And what I found is the AI agent is actually quite successful in doing so, because a lot of people, like I said, they just want to talk to somebody. And if they can't, they're more than happy to listen to an AI. Objections. So you're going to get your fair share of objections when you're selling AI to people. That's just a given. If you're watching this video, you're most likely an early adopter. You see the value. But Steve down the road, who's been laying bricks his entire life, no hate to Steve, that's incredibly important. You see, Steve's biggest tech accomplishment is probably setting up his Facebook profile. You see, he doesn't know that he needs this. So when you sell it to him, he doesn't know that he needs the AI voice agents. And the number one objection that I see, and I've already mentioned in this video, is, well, my clients won't want to listen to an AI. And fair enough. Maybe your clients don't want to speak to an AI. The question you need to ask Steve is, Steve, would you rather your clients go unanswered? Or would you at least rather an AI to attempt to qualify your lead for you so that your business doesn't look bad? Because missing phone calls is not a good look. As a business owner, you may be ignorant and think, it's okay, I'll just call them back. But studies have shown if you don't answer a lead coming in straight away, your chances of getting business from them significantly drops. So if you can at least qualify them over the phone via AI, if you really want as the business owner, you can call them back. But you won't need to. AI has done the heavy lifting for you. Or would clients rather go completely unanswered for hours, potentially hours? You're flat out. You're laying bricks. You don't have time. You're not looking at your phone. So you're missing these phone calls. Or if you are looking at your phone, you're taking breaks all the time to pick up the phone. And that's not best business practice. That's not the way to do things, okay? So, like I mentioned, the question that you need to ask yourself is, would you rather go unanswered, reduce your credibility, or would you at least rather an AI to attempt to qualify the lead for you? That's the way to do things. Look, if you're promising the replacement model, you can most likely charge more money because you're promising a complete switch. If you're promising this model, you can probably charge a little bit less. I mean, you can probably charge the same amount, but me personally, I charge a little bit less because I love to get my clients actual results, and I don't like to charge them an arm and a leg for something that they maybe can't afford. So if you're offering a replacement, you can most likely charge more money than if you were offering the missed call safety net. But I don't want you to be greedy, because with this model, you can probably charge $1,000 to $2,000 every single month for the solution, maybe even more, because if a business was to actually pay a full-time employee as a receptionist, I don't know about in other countries, but in Australia, they're probably looking at about $75,000 AUD every single year, which breaks down to about $6,200 every single month. So if you're charging the lower end of $1,000, that right there is a plus $5,000 profit every single month for the business that they don't have to spend. Makes sense. Now, the missed call safety net. When I pitch the missed call safety net, I like to approach people who maybe only have one employee, maybe two employees working at their front desk, or maybe even none. And let's say for this model, you can probably charge anywhere from $500 to $1,500 every single month. And you take that with a pinch of salt, you can most likely charge a little more, whatever, with a setup fee, of course, up front to set that whole thing up. Now, with this model is, let's say, like I said, they're paying maybe 3 employees $6,200 every single month. So they're paying 6, 12, 18. So they're paying $18,600 every single month in salaries to their employees. Now, let's say That's the total that they're paying to their employees. Let's say that they have the ability to sack 2 of them. So now their costs are 6.2 thousand for the 1 employee, plus let's say the $1,000 a month that we are charging for the AI solution. So their total cost comes to $7.2 thousand per month, which is a reduced monthly expenditure of around $11,000 every single month, getting the same results with the AI. So that's the pitch that you need to be doing. And that's us talking numbers. This is the blueprint right here. The second opportunity, the missed call safety net. I know it's a bit messy, it's all over the place. I'm using the mouse. And that's the way that I would sell it. Okay, so another objection could be, Josh, I don't have the money to employ someone. And that's okay, because they're taking phone calls themselves. And the solution to that would be the missed call safety net. If you can't pick up the phone, the AI will. If you can pick up the phone, great. Your chances of landing the client are maybe 5% higher. I don't know. But if you can't, don't stress. You've got a missed call safety net that will plug into a CRM of some sort, tell you whether it was successful or not. If it wasn't, you can then just call them back yourself, because at least then they've almost already been semi-qualified by the AI agent, because they most likely would have answered a couple questions from the AI. And that's how you're going to sell AI voice agents the right way. I was sick and tired of people showing you guys that the way to sell this is by completely replacing everyone's business and changing the way businesses do business. And that's not the way. The way you're selling this is, it's just a tool to help improve businesses' efficiency and help them land more clients and help them make more money. That's the way you're going to do it. You're not replacing anything. AI is just a tool to assist you. Where a lot of people go wrong is that they think AI is just able to come in and replace everything. You're allowed to rely solely on AI. But that's not the case. If you're using AI as a tool in your business is going to be 1,000 times more efficient than those not using AI. But you're not solely relied on the AI. You can still operate your business outside of the AI, but you're using the AI to assist you in every tedious way, like phone calls. And that's the way you're going to do it. So I hope you guys got a little bit of value out of this. This was my first time making more of a sit-down explanation video. If you guys take away one thing from this video, I want that thing to be the fact that it's not a replacement tool, it's an assistant. It's in the name, AI voice receptionist or an AI voice assistant. That's what everyone says. It's an assistant. It's there to assist you. It's not there to replace you. You see what I'm saying? That's the main thing that I want you to take away from this video. And as the entrepreneur, that's the way I want you to sell it to your potential customers. And when you start selling it that way, you're going to see a lot more people start to trust you. A lot more people start to listen to you, and definitely a lot more people take action, because you're not promising a complete change in the way that they operate. You see, these people don't know anything about AI. Whether you might think that they do, you and me being this involved in AI, we're only the 2% of people in the world. You see, the other 98% of people, they don't understand this yet. You see, by getting technical with these people, and what I found is, because I'm initially a technical founder, I'm quite a technical person, I understand all the tech, but I had to take a step back and realize that when I explain the tech, people kind of zone out. They completely stop listening to you, and they actually get scared because they fear how complex this is. And what happens if something breaks? Then they have to pay you thousands to fix it. And if you can take a step back, explain the outcome that's going to come from this, not the tech that funnels that outcome, you're much more likely to get people to trust you and ultimately buy from you. So if you guys want my team to build this system out for you, please contact me down below via email. It's just in the description. And if you're asking any questions about the video or you need some help, feel free to join my school community. I'm active in there quite often, so just shoot me a message. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.